I know.
And
And maybe one more.
2020
And
top scrum when they came out. Go ahead.
maybe one more, and I want to get your take in the last 5 minutes on let's go to basketball. Let's go to the NBA, because you mentioned that just the same way sports cards has gotten me into soccer and F1 and other sports. I was a football basketball guy, a little bit of baseball. It's got me into baseball huge too. It's actually gotten you from F1, soccer, hockey, football over into basketball too. We've talked about Darius Garland, and Darius Garland got a cosign from this guy, Steph Curry. And Steph Curry, I just want to emphasize to everyone out there why Steph Curry is number one on our sports card investment report. So our sports card investment report actually has it's more like a top 50 now, but I call it the top 25, top 125, excuse me, but it's more like a top 150. Steph Curry is number one in spite of everything. And the reason why is because don't get it twisted. Like, this guy, even though he's injured right now, he's going to come back probably about a week after this podcast airs. He's scheduled to come back against April 7th against the Los Angeles Lakers, approximately. And we've seen not a dip in his modern card value, but we have seen overall, I'm summarizing, but there has been a dip in his 2009 rookie card value. So for example, his 2009 Panini base numbered 357 card in PSA 10. Look at this. I mean, it was selling for double the amount earlier this month. We're at the end of March here. So January, February sales, 2,200, 2,400, 22 and some change. Since the injury, 1,700. The most recent sale, 1,000. This is a guy that's going to come back from injury and basically give sports card investors the scenario that we all want, which is we want to be holding the main player on the team that's in the finals about to win the championship. We want to be holding their PSA 9 or their PSA 10. So whether it's Devin Booker or Steph Curry, in this case, we're talking about Steph, who's number one. We have seen a 50% decrease in his card in this particular card, but we've seen a decrease by at least 10% in many of his 2009 rookies. So I'd encourage all of you to go read the sports card investment report at nooffseason.com, but also go to marketmoversapp.com, use the promo code NOOFFSEASON, save 20% there, and do some research on Steph Curry and see if there's a play that you can make on some of his rookie cards. He's just, he's gonna be in the Western Conference Finals. Like, there's just, I'll guarantee it right now on the show. He's gonna be in the Western Conference Finals, and you're gonna want to be holding his cards in June at that point in time.
I need to buy some Curry cards as well. I just, for the same play for me, getting 4 or 5 Lando Norris cards or 1 Stephen Curry, I had to make a different move. And as you know, probably further down the line, I'm going to jump on Stephen Curry's train for a long-term play. But I like to see that there are still dips in his market, and that we can still, try to grab the cards and make some profit mid or long term.
Yeah, I saw Slab Stocks put out an email today, actually, that it was saying how big of a deal is player performance really. And I think if you, regardless of what cards you're holding, and I would prefer that you're all holding serial numbered rookies or autoed rookies. But if you're just holding maybe some base PSA 10 rookies on the low end of things, player performance, I still think, is the number one driver. I think it's still, somebody puts up a 50-point game, or somebody wins a race, or somebody scores a goal. I mean, look, like it still drives the card market, which is, that's part of what the sports card investment report is all about at nooffseason.com. And it's part of what Greg and I talk about on the podcast all the time. So you want to make plays. Part of the reason why I'm buying Oscar Piastri is because he hasn't done anything yet, but I believe he will. It's not because I like the look of his card. It's because, or just that he's one of the more affordable F1 cards because he's an F2 guy. It's because I think he's going to move up to F1, replace Fernando Alonso, like Greg said, hopefully podium, hopefully win some races. And I think Steph Curry's got more championships in him. So I think you're buying low on Steph Curry right now, and that's why he's number one. So, Greg, anything else you want to add? I know we're at our time limit, but anything else you want to add before I take us out with the outro here?
I think I'm good for this week, man, because in my head, I have a lot of topics that I want to get on for our next show. So we didn't talk about LeBron James. There's so many soccer players we didn't talk about, and I want to get on it in the next weeks, and maybe when we get back in 2 weeks from now for our next show, we will talk about how we closed our Lando Norris partnership. Let's call it this way.
Yes, exactly. So everybody, like we each individually prep a lot for this show, and same thing with Kendall and I. But I think what we haven't done yet is we haven't like prepped together. So I'd love to take Greg up on. He's already kind enough to donate his time to this show, and if we're able to prep for maybe 30 minutes back and forth on just 30 minutes in total on messaging, even would be great to make sure that we hit some points that we both want to get on. And don't forget, everybody, go to sportscardstrategy.com and click the link to join the Facebook group. Ask us questions there. Be part of the community there. We're going to always answer your questions on the show, make you guys part of the show. We're even talking about getting people from the Facebook group onto the show in some form or fashion. That's something that we haven't done yet, but I'd like to do. So, help us build the community, and definitely check out nooffseason.com and marketmoversapp.com, where you can save 20% at both of those places by using the promo code NOOFFSEASON. Everybody, I'm Paul Hickey with nooffseason.com. Greg Longto, thank you as always. English as his second language. I'm super mind blown. Sort of already knew that. You're the man. Thanks again for everything, and
thank you.
I'll talk to you soon. Everybody, have a great day.